Good evening, everyone, and welcome you all to our Sunday evening meditation session. I think all of you know my name. Uh, so my name is Revath, but you can just call me Bante. And I'm a Sri Lankan Buddhist monk, and we always say Buddhism is for everyone in this world. Anyone can practice the teachings of the Buddha regardless of their religion, culture, gender, political views, or anything else. And Buddhism helps us to find our inner peace. And it helps us to find our inner peace within us. How does Buddhism help us to do that? By teaching us the methods that we can use to improve our mindfulness, awareness, and also improve our wisdom. So today, I dedicate this session in memory of everyone who lost their lives due to the severe floods and widespread damages that happened due to the cyclone Ditwa in Sri Lanka. So in memory of those who lost their lives, today I'm going to light up a candle. And if you also have a candle, you can also light up your candle in memory of everyone who lost their lives due to the floods and landslides in Sri Lanka, and not only in Sri Lanka. So if you have anyone who lost recently, you can light up a candle in memory of them. And also throughout this world, so many people have died in last couple of weeks due to many natural disasters and also because of many other reasons. So let's light up a candle in memory of everyone who lost their lives recently. Okay, dear friends, let's start our first meditation. Before that, let's say sadhu 3 times. You know, sadhu is a Pali word, and sadhu means excellent. Sadhu means excellent. Now, make yourself comfortable, straighten your body, and keep your palms together like this. And pay attention to the feelings in your fingers. Pay attention to your thumbs, index fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, and pinky fingers. Now gently close your eyes. And let your body relax in this present moment. Again, pay attention to the feelings in your fingers. Now say sadhu 3 times along with me. Sadhu, Sadhu. Sadhu. Slowly put your hands down and open your eyes. Dear friends, today as our first meditation, let's practice mindful aspiration. Now make yourself comfortable, straighten your body, and keep your hands in a comfortable position. And gently close your eyes. And bring your focus to your face. Let the muscles in your face relax. Pay attention to your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Relax your fingers. Relax your legs. Relax your whole body. Now listen to me and try to repeat my words in your mind mindfully. Wise beings in this world have trained their minds. They let go of cravings for sights, sounds, smells, tastes, touch, and thoughts. They learn to guard their senses with mindfulness. They kept their minds pure and peaceful. Like those wise ones, I too will train my mind. I will strive to release craving, anger, and ignorance. I will keep my senses calm and mindful. The wise ones purified themselves by abandoning wrong actions, speech, and thoughts. They lived with kindness and compassion for all beings. Like them, I too will speak kindly, act gently, and think wisely. The wise ones understood suffering, its origin, and walked the path to peace. Like them, I too will understand my heart. I will release what brings pain. I will move toward peace and freedom. The wise ones cultivated virtue, concentration, and wisdom. Like them, I too will practice mindfulness, grow in wisdom, and strengthen my heart with love and compassion. The wise ones guided others with compassion and patience. Like them, I too will be gentle and understanding. I will be a source of calm and hope for those around me. May I walk this path with courage. May I grow in peace and wisdom. May my heart be free from hatred and fear. May I find true happiness within. May I walk this path with courage. May I grow in peace and wisdom. May my heart be free from hatred and fear. May I find true happiness within. Now, gently bring your focus to your breath. Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Now gently open your eyes. Keep your palms together. Pay attention to the feelings in your fingers. And say sadhu with me. Sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu. Slowly put your hands down. Okay, dear friends, now we are going to practice body scanning meditation and breathing meditation. So now you know how to practice body scanning meditation and also breathing meditation. So let me remind you a couple of things about the breathing meditation. When we practice breathing meditation, we do not do anything to change our breath. We just try to be mindful of our breath. And to make it easier, you can pay attention to either your lips or nostrils or between your upper lip and your nose, or you can just bring your focus to in front of your face. And to make it more easier, in every 2 minutes, I will ring a bell, okay? Like this. Okay, so we can practice body scanning and breathing. When we practice breathing meditation, in every 2 minutes, I will ring the bell. Okay, now make yourself comfortable and straighten your body and keep your hands in a comfortable position. And gently close your eyes. Now bring your focus to your body and be mindful of the feelings in your body. Now bring your attention to your mind. Be mindful of your thoughts. Let thoughts come, let them go. Let thoughts come, let them go. Now bring your focus to the top of your head. Be mindful of the feelings in your head. Pay attention to your forehead. Pay attention to your lips. Move your attention to your shoulders. Pay attention to your arms. Pay attention to your fingers. Pay attention to your stomach. Move your attention to your legs. Pay attention to your toes. Pay attention to your feet. Bring your attention to your toes again. Pay attention to your legs. Pay attention to your stomach. Pay attention to your fingers. Move your attention to your fingers. Pay attention to your arms. Pay attention to your shoulders. Now gently pay attention to either your lips or nostrils or between your upper lip and your nose, or just bring your focus to in front of your face. Now be mindful of your breath. Be aware of the flow of your breath when you inhale and then exhale. Now, bring your focus to your body. And gently open your eyes. And take a moment to notice the calmness of your mind and your body. Keep your palms together. Pay attention to the feelings in your fingers. And say sadhu with me. Sadhu. 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 Slowly put your hands down. Dear friends, in this life, we all have to go through some sufferings. Grief is one of the sufferings that we have to face in our lives. Almost everyone in this world has to experience some grief in their lives. And I'm pretty sure all of you must have experienced that in the past. So even right now, millions of people all over the world are experiencing grief. People are grieving over the things that they lost or that they separated with. Things and people. So yesterday, I had a meditation retreat in East Brunswick, and someone asked about how to overcome grief. And then we had a very insightful conversation. So, like when we lose someone or something, then some sadness arises in our mind, and then it becomes grief. And normally we think like, okay, we feel like I own that person or that thing in the past, but now I don't have that person or that thing in my life anymore. So we think, okay, in the past, I own that thing or I own that person. But then there is a question that we have to ask ourselves. If I really own that person or that thing, how come that I lost that person or that I lost that thing? Because if I really own that person or if I really own that thing, I would never ever lose that person or that thing. If it is true that that person or that thing was mine, then we would never be separated from that person or that thing. But now we have lost that person, or now we had to separate it from that person. So it means there is some misconception in our life, some wrong view. So it means like, even though I thought I owned that person or that thing, actually I haven't owned that person. Actually, that person wasn't mine, or that thing wasn't mine. So that's the truth. That's the truth. So because of that, actually we haven't lost anything. We haven't lost someone, or we haven't lost anything. Why? Because actually we didn't own that person or that thing in the past. He or she wasn't mine, or that thing wasn't mine, even though I thought like that. So because of that, I haven't lost that person, or I haven't lost that thing. So I only had some wrong view, some wrong understanding that I owned that person. So, but if I can understand now, okay, I didn't own that person. So then it helps us to overcome our grief, because then we know, okay, yes, I never had that person in my life. So then we can be grateful to all the good memories that person brought us in the past. The happiness those things brought us to our life. And then we don't have any sadness or grief. Instead, we have some gratefulness. So our heart is full with gratefulness. So then when there is a gratefulness in our life, then there is no any grief or any sadness in our life. And sometimes we grieve, oh, I couldn't make use of that thing. So then, oh, I couldn't make use of the time that I had in the past. So then, if we regret about the time that lost in the past, so then we are also losing the time or the opportunity that we have right now in this moment. So that's why if we can think wisely over those things, then it helps us to overcome our regrets, our sadness, our grief that we have in our mind. And also another thing we can do, like we should not take that sadness or grief or regret as me or mine. We should not think it belongs to me. No, it doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to me. It is conditional. It is conditional. It has arisen in our life due to the wrong understanding or a misunderstanding about the life, or the wrong view. So, but now there's some grief or some sadness. Even that sadness doesn't belong to me. It is conditional. It is conditional, and if we can understand if it is conditional, then we can get rid of the attachment that we have to that sadness or that negative emotion. Then it will fade away from our mind. So, and also when we have that understanding, we can be very grateful to everything that we have in our life, the connection that we have, the people who are in our life. Otherwise, we take everything for granted. But if we know, no, I don't own anything in my life, then everything is a gift for me. Everything. So if we can understand nothing belongs to me, then everything is like a gift. Okay? Something that that's something that I'm given to have a happy life. All the people, all the material things that I have. So then everything is a gift. So then we can be very happy about everything that we have in our life. So that's why it's understanding impermanence and understanding nothing belongs to me helps us to step toward peace and happiness in our life. So, but if we don't understand impermanence, or if we don't understand nothing belongs to me, then what happens? Like when things change, then we grieve over those things. Why? Because we have thought, oh, those things belong to me, I can live with them forever. But that's not true. Then when things change and when we lose those things, then suffering arises in our life. But from now, if we can understand, no, everything is subject to change, nothing belongs to me. So then we can be very grateful to our life. And also when things change, suffering will not arise in our life. Then always we can have a peaceful and happy life. Okay, so now we are going to practice impermanent meditation. Let's contemplate on impermanence of sense faculties. And does it make sense that what I try to share with you? Or is it clear? Oh, it's not clear.
Bhante, I came towards the end when you were finishing up this piece of the talk. But I think you were saying about impermanence and how things change, right? And getting attached to it would only bring more suffering.
Yeah, the other thing, like I try to explain that we think we own things and people in our life.
Mm-hmm.
It is something like that. Suppose like there is a kid, okay, and he has toys, okay, he has some toys, but actually those toys don't belong to him. Those toys belong to someone else. Okay? Then the other kid come and take all the toys from that kid. Then he cries. But actually, at the first place, that he didn't own any of those things. Those things didn't belong to him. But he thought those things belong to me. So then, what's wrong? The other kid take those things? No, the misunderstanding about misunderstanding about those toys, because he thought, no, those toys belong to me, but actually it didn't belong to him. So it's that same with our life. Okay? We think these things belong to me, okay? Or we think, or in the past these things belong to me. I own these things, but actually that's not true. I didn't own any of those things. So then there's no point of grieving over those things, because from the beginning, I didn't own any of those things. Yes, I got the opportunity to use those things. So it's an opportunity. So it's like a gift. Okay? So if we can understand that, then everything that we have in our life is like a gift. Then we can be happy with what we have in our life.
Bhante, how do you apply this to like your own family, like your children? You know, they grow up and they leave. This understanding that you don't own them, but we attach.
Yeah, the thing is like, because it's that misunderstanding, like, because from the beginning now we think, okay, I gave the birth to them, so because of that I own them, that I have them. So if you really own them, then they will never ever leave you. So why they leave you? Because you didn't own them. Okay? You never own them. Okay? So, but you can be grateful to all the good memories that you had with them. So
sorry, go ahead, Bhante.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So when things change, if one of your child move out, then you see it as like, okay, it's a change, it's impermanent.
The thing is like it's the end of one chapter because you lived with them, okay, but you didn't own them, okay, even though you think that you own them. So now the nature that they live, that is the nature. So we need to understand that nature. We need to understand that is the nature of this universe. So then we can understand there's no point of being sad about that because that's the life.
I'll try to apply that, Bhante. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
So Bhante, on this philosophy of impermanence, so when it comes to your own family, that's a bit of a stretch, right? It's quite difficult to sort of detach.
Of course.
Right. So, I mean, do you have to achieve a certain point, like in meditation, to practice that? Because, I mean, to detach yourself and say you do not own them and think of them as a gift is a way of probably handling impermanence, right?
Yeah, so because when we have a good understanding of the impermanence, then we know, so nothing belongs to me. Even my kids, okay, even my kids, they don't belong to me. But still, haven't they brought good memories to you? They have.
Right.
You had happy time. You have had happy time with them. Okay? But even those happy moments are not permanent. Okay? Now
It
they are
changes.
over. They have changed. Okay?
Yeah.
So we should not dwell in those past memories. Okay? Instead, because now we think, oh, we had such good time in the past, but now we don't have that time anymore. Okay? But instead of being grateful to those time, that happy moment that we had, now we are sad about the lose of those moments. But if you understand, no, yeah, so that's the life. Okay, things change. Okay, so then we know even the suffering or the mental pain right now I have is also subject to change as happy moment change. So then we can be grateful to those moments. Yes, that's good. Like in the past, we had a wonderful time. Now it changed. Okay, then we can be more grateful to that understanding, the understanding of the impermanence. That is the best thing that we get in our life. Okay? The understanding of the impermanence. So, the understanding of impermanence is the wisdom. So, the best thing that we can have in our life is the wisdom. Okay? Why? Wisdom always brings us happiness. Wisdom always brings us peace. Okay? Kids cannot bring peace or happiness always to us. Okay? And other things that we have cannot bring happiness and peace to our life always. But wisdom can do that. Okay? So that's why wisdom is the most important thing that we need to have a happy and peaceful life.
Bhante, I had this thought about belong, like they belong to the family. Like our kids belong to this family. But we don't we don't own them, because if we own them, we are attaching our emotions with them. But they still belong to us because they leave for their own, life to journey, learn through their own experiences. So they leave, but they still come back. So they kind of, what I'm trying to say is own and belong would be different, right?
They can come or they will come or they will not come. We don't know exactly. Okay? If they come, yeah, it's good. What if they don't come?
Yeah, but they belong to the family, right?
Yeah, the thing is, it's a kind of concept that you have in your mind. You think, okay, they belong to this family. So then you can think like that, but you should not attach to that concept in your mind. Why? Because if you attach to that concept, then if they don't come to you, then suffering arises in your life. Then you will keep thinking, oh, they belong to this family. Okay. So that's why, like, if all of those things are just concepts in our mind. Okay. This is my kid. This is not my kid. This is my family. They belong to this family. So all of those things are created in our mind. So what is the problem with that creation? We attach to that creation because that creation brings some joy, some happiness to us. Oh, my family, my kids. Okay. But unfortunately, those things are subject to change. Your family is subject to change. Your kids are subject to change. So this is the bitter truth about our life. Okay. So, but until we understand that truth, we cannot find true happiness in our life. So always we experience something, it looks like happiness, but some suffering is underneath that happiness. Okay? So then when things change, that suffering comes to the surface. Then we have to suffer. Okay, so that's why we need to understand everything is subject to change. Nothing belongs to me. And everything is conditional. So that is the most important thing. Everything is conditional. Family is conditional. Kids are conditional. And our concepts about family and our concepts about this world are conditional. So everything is conditional. So because of that, everything is subject to change. Nothing is permanent. The other thing is, if we don't understand the impermanence, if we don't understand nothing belongs to me, then always we have to live with some fear. Why? Because we have some fear. Okay, I might lose them tomorrow. Or things may change tomorrow. So then we have to live with some fear in our life. But if we can understand, yes, it can happen. What to do? That's the life. Then we can have some peace today.
But I think one of the fears is loneliness too, especially for mothers, right? I feel like we're more attached to our children than, I don't want to like be blaming the gender, but like moms, because we give birth, we're more close to our children. So I feel talking to most moms, it's more like they feel it more. And it's sort of like when your child leaves and you feel lonely, right? So I think maybe it's a fear of loneliness as well.
Yeah, true. True. Yeah. It's very natural. It's very natural. But the thing is, like, now we are trying to find ways to get rid of that. How to get rid of that fear? How to get rid of that loneliness? Okay. So then best thing we can do is understanding impermanence of our life and understanding that nothing belongs to me. So suppose, like, when you have some suffering in your life over the separation of losing of someone, then we should understand, okay, my happiness relies on external things. So now we need to change that. Instead, our happiness should rely on our wisdom. So when our happiness or peace depends on our wisdom, then we can always be happy and peaceful. Because we are trying to develop our wisdom. So wisdom is the most important thing. So wisdom means understanding everything is subject to change and nothing belongs to me. And everything is part of suffering. So that's what we need to have in our life, the wisdom. Yeah. Okay, so let's contemplate on impermanence of sense faculty. So I think all of you have practiced this meditation before. There might be a couple of new participants. So in this meditation, we focus on impermanence of our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind, and also visual objects, sounds, smells, flavors, physical sensations, and thoughts. Okay, thoughts. Okay, now make yourself comfortable and straighten your body. And keep your hands in a comfortable position. And gently close your eyes. Now take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly release it. Again, take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly release it. One more time. Take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly release it. Now listen to me and try to repeat my words in your mind mindfully. At the same time, put little effort to understand it. The I is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since the I is impermanent, it's not me, it's not mine, it's not myself. Visual objects are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since the visual objects are impermanent, I cannot take them as me or mine. The ear is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since the ear is impermanent, I cannot take ear as me or mine. The ear is not me, not mine, not myself. Sounds are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Sounds are not me, not mine, not myself. The nose is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. The nose is not me, not mine, not myself. Smells are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since smells are impermanent, I cannot take them as me or mine. Smells are not me, not mine, not myself. The body is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. The body is not me, not mine, not myself. Physical sensations are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since the physical sensations are impermanent, I cannot take them as me or mine. Physical sensations are not me, not mine, not myself. The mind is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since the mind is impermanent, I cannot take it as me or mine. The mind is not me, not mine, not myself. Thoughts are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since thoughts are impermanent, I cannot take them as me or mine. Thoughts are not me, not mine, not myself. The I is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since the I is impermanent, I cannot take it as me, mine, or myself. The I is not me, not mine, not myself. Visual objects are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since visual objects are impermanent, I cannot take them as me, mine, or myself. Visual objects are not me, not mine, not myself. The ear is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since the ear is impermanent, I cannot take it as me, mine, or myself. The ear is not me, not mine, not myself. Sounds are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since sounds are impermanent, I cannot take them as me, mine, or myself. Sounds are not me, not mine, not myself. The nose is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since the nose is impermanent, I cannot take it as me, mine, myself. The nose is not me, not mine, not myself. Smells are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since smells are impermanent, I cannot take them as me, mine, or myself. Smells are not me, not mine, not myself. The tongue is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since the tongue is impermanent, I cannot take it as me, or mine, or myself. The tongue is not me, not mine, not myself. Tastes are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since tastes are impermanent, I cannot take them as me, mine, or myself. Tastes are not me, not mine, not myself. The body is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Since the body is impermanent, I cannot take it as me, mine, or myself. The body is not me, not mine, not myself. Physical sensations are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Physical sensations are not me, not mine, not myself. The mind is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. The mind is not me, not mine, not myself. Thoughts are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Thoughts are not me, not mine, not myself. Bring your focus to your body. And gently open your eyes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Slowly put your hands down. Okay, dear friends, we have come to the end of our program. So today we dedicated our program in memory of everyone who lost their lives due to the floods and landslides in Sri Lanka, and also in memory of everyone who lost their lives in last week in all over the world. So today we collect a lot of merit, good karma, spiritual energy. So let's transfer all of this merit, good karma, spiritual energy to everyone who lost their lives due to the floods and landslides in Sri Lanka, and also people who died in last week in all over the world. May they all rejoice in this very good karma, and may they escape from all sufferings and attain bliss of happiness. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, now I'm going to chant verses of blessings. Close your eyes and listen to me. Abhivadana silis nichang vaddapachayino Chattaro dhamma vaddanti ayuvanno sukhang balang Ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha Ato nibbana sampatti iminate samijjatu. May you have long life and be free from illness. May you attain bliss of happiness. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, thank you so much for joining today. May you be well and happy and have a good night. Namo Buddhaya.